It's a great match on his part. I mean, literally, he wrestled a great match with the exception of a couple of seconds at the end. But you know, if you go to the national tournament, you cannot believe how many matches get won in those last couple seconds with a takedown on the boundary, things like that. So.
But
Did you say something about a learning experience?
Yeah, I was going to say, back in November, that was when Noah Adams could do for a period, maybe two. Almost did it for three. I agree.
There. He's improved so much over the course of the year, and he's wrestling really well. And I mean, you can't have anybody closer to being on the ropes than that. And it was a desperation move. He sort of got the overhook, and he jacked it up in the air, and he tried the inside trip, and Adams just did not attack it the way he needed to, and gave up a nice job of a Ngati. So last couple years, we watched him go at that leg and not really get it. Now there's a trip. Get the trip there.
Had a bounce there on the Army sideline, is once again upset.
They called it for fleeing the mat, a warning. And they were hoping just for continuous wrestling.
So Ngati, as we said earlier, has really come alive here as a junior. As a freshman and sophomore, he was 5-42. He's 10-10 this year. So he's tripled his career win total this year.
And he was in on that. That was one thing, right? He would grab that, tap that leg before. This time he actually went in and grabbed it, had it up in the air. Just couldn't finish it, and he had it in a couple of times. I thought he was going to be able to finish that. If he had a way to sit that down, I think that's a finished takedown. Yeah, that's not much of anything.
Ben Sullivan, 17-9 this year for Army. As a freshman.
Yeah, Ngati in there again. Just a nice job. This time he gets the leg up a little higher. There you go. Nice job.
Takedown for Ngati with 30 seconds left in the first period.
That'd be nice if he could stay on top and finish the period on top. But and heavyweight match, like one takedown a lot of times, and that's a match.
More activity in this one than you see in most heavyweight matches, for sure.
Yeah. Usually that's the takedown that comes with 30 seconds left in the third period or in a sudden victory. But he does a nice job, gets the leg up in the air, keeps driving, pushing at him, and eventually gets a trip. Now in the lower weight classes, you try to do that. That guy turns around and dives back under your legs. Now you don't see that happen a lot with 260, 70-pound people. Oh, did a nice job getting up there, tripoding up, keep coming up.
Ngati's riding time's been erased so far. Up now to 7 seconds for Sullivan.
He's doing a good job of getting to his feet. Now before, what we've seen over in the past years, and this is one area that he's improved in a little bit, as he would spend so much time laying flat in the mat that he was getting killed down there. But now he's getting back to his feet a lot better. Just needs to keep doing it. he's got him broken down. Took him a whole minute to do it. But now Ngati's really got to work because now he's flat. He cannot let that hip get up in the air and give him a chance to crank his hip over, because if he does that, he's going to get a near fall more than likely. All Sullivan has to do is scoop that head. He kind of let it go. That was maybe not his. Ngati just sort of let him rip him back and rip him forward. If he slides to get up on top, Ngati could be in trouble in terms of giving up a fall.
5 seconds left in the period. So, 4-point near fall there. Flips it Ben Sullivan's way. 5-2 heading to the third inning. He has 1:44 of riding time in his favor. Ngati on top here in the third. Lets him go. 6-2.
They're in the place where Ngati has been doing a really nice job. He's just got to keep up, keep some motion. He's got Sullivan off balance a lot. He's had that single leg 2 times. And like I said before, you got an opportunity sometimes to get near falls coming down to the mats, particularly at this weight class where people don't adjust as quickly just due to the size and volume of them. I guess mass would be a better word than volume. Nobody's a liquid. So there's a minute left. See, that's where you'd like to see Ngati snap him and try to spin around the corner. When he comes back up, either take that shot, go back in. Because Sullivan is not, doesn't have to. Now, he's got aspirations of being on the podium at some point too. He's got to sort of crank his motor up a little bit here toward the end of the match, but Ngati's the one that's behind, so he's got to keep his feet moving and work some angles a little bit better. Wow. They're sort of one and done, right? There's that shot, and then he goes to take that shot. You want to snap him and see if you can get back in there again. So he's got to get a little better at putting the 2 or 3 things together. He's made some great improvements, and I think this would be a good match for him. But he got ridden out in turn. Win for Sullivan, and going to push Army up there even more.
So Army wins the last 6 matches to win the overall duel, 28-10, move to 6-2 on the year. Mountaineers fall to 4-13, but I thought the 3 Mountaineer wins were all pretty impressive. Devin Brown came out with a lot of energy at 125. Matthew Schmidt with a last-second win at 133, and then Christian Monstraut dominant at 140.
Yeah, and those were 3 wins, and I thought the match that they lost to at 97 was a really great match for Adams. So, I think you see some bright